Welcome back. Today we're breaking down another episode of Tales from the Crypt, Episode 2, and All Through the House. Now that this show's on streaming platforms for the first time ever, I've felt like a kid all over again going through the Tales from the Crypt episodes I used to watch on HBO back in the day. There's something about Tales from the Crypt that modern streaming shows still can't replicate. Maybe it's the fact that back then, this show felt dangerous. Watching Tales from the Crypt as a kid was the equivalent of watching an X-rated movie. I remember staying up past midnight to watch these while my parents slept, hoping to see some violence and boobs. And this show had it all. Violence, dark humor, nudity, and stories that always ended with someone getting exactly what they deserved. And All Through the House is probably one of the best examples of that formula. So Tales from the Crypt establishes quickly that all the people that get killed in here had it coming. It's a moral play. They just wrap it up in horror to make it seem like it's bad, but essentially the general themes in here are teaching you to be a good person. Be nice to your neighbors. Don't cheat on your wife. Don't rob and steal. It's basically like the equivalent of Insane Clown Posse. They dress up like wicked clowns and make songs about murdering people, but the people that they murder in their songs are racists, people that hurt women or children, all people that had it coming to them. Even though they package it with this scary exterior, they actually teach you to follow God and be a good person. Which is insanely ironic, but point taken. And Tales from the Crypt has this same exact approach. They make it seem like it's this evil and scary, nihilistic show, but there's actually a moral and message in every episode. And the Crypt Keeper himself, he comes off like he's a bad guy because he's scary and evil, but he's actually the only one talking sense in the beginning and the end of every episode. He's actually your friend, unless you're one of the evil people in the stories. In that case, you're screwed, buddy. And this episode and All Through the House is a perfect example of this. And this episode is a bit of a remake from the Tales from the Crypt movie, where the lady kills her husband on Christmas while being stalked by a killer Santa. But this is one of the highest rated episodes in the entire Tales from the Crypt series. Everyone seems to remember this episode, because the way they capture tension in this short 30-minute episode could compete with some of the best horror movies of its time. This by far is one of the most tense Tales from the Crypt episodes in history. But essentially this episode is about a person's greed and selfishness coming back to bite her in the ass in the worst possible way. And it's all about a gold-digging, money-grubbing, cheating wife who gets exactly what she deserves. And the wife is played by Mary Ellen Trainor, who was basically in every movie from that era, The Goonies, Lethal Weapon, Die Hard. One of those actors where you instantly recognize her face, but you have no idea what her name is. But nobody plays a cold-hearted, conniving bitch better. So kudos to you. And honestly, this episode still feels like one of the purest Tales from the Crypt stories ever made. The setup is simple. This woman murders her husband on Christmas Eve because she's written in his will and she's having an affair with some dude named Vic Monster who doesn't give two shits about her. The dude seems like a complete ass clown, but one could guess he throws that D extremely well, and his voicemail is hilarious.
Hey, it's the Vic Monster. I'm out partying. Leave your name, number, and measurements.
I know you told me not to call, but I just had to tell you. It's done. I did it.
Leave your name, number, and measurements. He already told her not to call him. Now I'm about to have a real toxic take, but fellas, sometimes when you ghost a girl, they'll go so crazy that they'll do something like this just to get your attention. But I digress, because she took it way too far. She killed her husband just so she could run off with this guy that doesn't give a shit about her. I'm sorry, sweetie, but you played yourself. And she's got to play it off to their daughter, who's none the wiser, trying to figure out why daddy isn't tucking her into bed. And let's just think about that for a second. If you're going to kill your spouse, you sure as hell shouldn't do it while your child is in the house. For one, you'll traumatize them. For two, they're a witness. And more important than that, if you're going to kill your spouse while your child is in the house, you sure as fuck don't do it on Christmas, the night they're guaranteed to not get any sleep. The night they're guaranteed to sneak out into the living room and look out for Santa Claus. This chick really did not think this shit through. The Vic Monster's got her dickmatized. Vicmatized. She ain't even thinking straight. And the story doesn't give us too much information about the husband, other than his name's Joseph, because that's what the little girl calls him, which establishes that that's her stepdad, which also establishes the mom as someone who makes poor choices. Now, there's nothing wrong with having a blended family, but this woman's already cheating on her current husband with another guy, so there's a pattern of behavior here. And that pattern of behavior is poor choice in men, because this guy's an obvious asshole, just from the short exchange he has with his wife. Talks to her like she's an idiot. So we don't really feel too bad that he gets his. And it's one of those weird situations where you don't really establish a good guy or bad guy. The husband's an asshole, the wife is a gold digger who's evil, so either way they both get what's coming to them. The only person who wins is us as the viewers. But it seems like this dynamic is a little similar to the Twilight Zone episode Living Doll, the one about Taki Tina with Telly Savalas. He's this little girl's stepdad, but he's a complete asshole. So when he dies, that's the payoff. And it seems like this guy Joseph isn't much better. And the daughter already gives her the heads up that she saw Santa Claus outside, which is a clue that either this little girl is hallucinating and seeing shit, or there's really someone outside. And also another thing, she can't sleep because it's too hot, so the mom opens up the window. The fuck you mean it's too hot? It's literally a blizzard outside. You're way too young to be having hot flashes. I spent Christmas in Detroit one year, and let me tell you this, ain't no fucking way you're opening up a window on Christmas in Detroit. You're gonna let all that hot air go outside while you freeze inside and run up your energy bill and have it cost an arm and a leg? That's ass backwards. You must hate money. This story makes no sense. And while she's dragging her husband's dead body out of the house, there's an APB news report bulletin that a man escaped from the local insane asylum, basically Michael Myers, and is on the loose, dressed up like Santa Claus. I guess if you're gonna go on a killing spree on Christmas, you might as well dress up like Santa Claus. That's like dressing up like the Scream guy to go on a killing spree on Halloween. You'll most likely get away with it. And while she's dragging Joseph's ass outside to bury him, he comes back to life like Pascal in fucking Pet Sematary and does a jump scare right before he dies again. And let me tell you, back in the late 80s and early 90s, they loved these damn jump scares. These were like the horror movie Money Shot. Lord knows when you lack a plot, just throw a couple jump scares in there and you'll be fine. Ask Five Nights at Freddy's, they'll tell you. But since he used all of his energy to jump scare her, he was wiped out after that, so she's in the clear. He's dead. She's got nothing to worry about, right? Wrong! Another jump scare! Look at Tales from the Crypt double dipping and spamming jump scares. You know, this shit used to work in the 80s. I remember seeing the trailer for Child's Play 2 at the theater for another movie, and when Chucky stomped on that fucking Jack in the Box, I damn near pissed myself. Nowadays, a jump scare ain't gonna do shit to me. You're gonna have to shoot me or hit me in the face with a bat to feel something. So this chick is freaking out. She has no fucking clue who this guy is, because when the news report was being read, she was dragging her husband's carcass out the front door. So this guy shows up out of nowhere, which also goes to show you just how pointless and useless the justice system was back then. You got a maniac running around wielding an axe, everyone knows he's out there, there's an APB on him, yet there's no cops to be found. He kind of reminds me of that one maniac who got out of jail and immediately went on a violent rampage. He was stealing cars and running into people's houses. He was an ugly motherfucker like this guy too. Some people you just gotta lock up and throw away the key, for fuck's sake. But credit to this chick, she's got fight in her. She stabs his face, kicks him in the balls, fights him off. I mean, she does have a history of violence, as you saw in the previous clip of her killing her husband, so at least she's got the muscle memory, and she's determined. She's not gonna allow this fuckwad to cock block her and keep her from the Vic monster. She's not gonna let anyone get in her way. She's not the kind of girl who gives up just like that. So she gets the cops on the phone, but then immediately realizes she has her dead husband out in the front yard. I mean, you could easily kill two birds with one stone right there. Blame it on that fucking guy. But the only problem is, he's wielding an axe, and she killed him with a poker. Like it's really gonna make a fucking difference at the end of the day. But her problem is she's overthinking the shit, and that's how you get caught. Keep it simple, stupid. But her hesitation makes the 911 operator hang up on her. If a chick calls you saying that someone's trying to kill her and then immediately goes quiet, that's already a sign right there that it's not good. But while she's deciding whether she wants to shit or get off the pot, creepy Santa guy is just gonna bust through the window and try to strangle her. But during this, as fate would have it, the axe is right there that she can bash him in the head with. Only problem is she hit him with the wrong side. Now that might have knocked him out for a minute, but it didn't finish the job. And it's kind of a metaphor for her life. She's given a golden opportunity to cover up her husband's murder, but she just makes a series of terrible choices that prevent her from getting away with this. Just like the terrible choices she made to be in this position to begin with. For one, choosing her asshole husband, and two, choosing to murder her terrible husband and run off with the Vic monster who won't even return her call, and then three, the opportunity to pin it on this fucking maniac and kill two birds with one stone. But no, she panics and shits the bed. Every time she's given a lifeline, she immediately fucks it up. The one good thing she does have going for her that'll help her in this situation is her propensity for violence. After killing her husband, she most likely is going to jail, but as fate would have it, this maniac shows up and she's tough enough to fight him off. But I don't know if it's bad choices or bad luck, but when given the chance to kill this guy, she hits him with the wrong side of the axe. This chick would fuck up a cup of coffee. And while he's knocked out, she gets a phone call from the cops saying that they're gonna be down there to look for this maniac, and she completely panics. Doesn't even mention that he's there. All I know is if a zombie apocalypse ever pops off, keep this chick away from me. She has zero strategy. What any normal person would have done is told the cops, yeah, this fucking guy's here. He killed my husband and I just fought him off. Come now. And while he's still knocked out, take that fucking axe and chop him to pieces. But no, she's gonna freak out. More worried about the cops being onto her for killing her husband than the actual murderer in front of her. Which brings me to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. She's worried about what if, rather than worried about what is. Don't worry about the cops figuring out if you killed your husband. Worry about the guy literally trying to kill you right now. And then worry about the rest later. Get a fucking lawyer, whatever. It's like paralysis by analysis. You overthink how you should approach this to the point where you do nothing, and it all just blows up in your face. And then finally, she gets the bright idea that she can pin the whole thing on Santa. But the only problem is Santa kills with an axe, so she's got to go cut up her husband with the axe. And that just lets you know how stupid this chick is. Instead of immediately going to kill the alive person, she goes to re-kill her husband who's already dead. And by the time it's Santa's turn, he's miraculously gone. She deserves to die at this point and has no one to blame but herself. Every single chance she's given, she overthinks it to the point where the chance goes away. And I know you've come across people like that in your life. Indecisive, fence-sitting, non-action people, waiting for a miracle to happen while their life is quickly passing by. So at this point, she finally comes to her senses and realizes, I need to call the cops. You think? It only took you 3 tries. At this point, the cops are already on to you like, this chick's pranking us. And they don't even take her serious. It's like the boy who cried wolf, the woman who cried Santa. The last she saw of the killer, she knocked him out. But in 80s movie logic, when you knock someone out, they're out for 2 hours. Even though boxing's been going on for 100 years. Everyone knows you're not knocked out that long unless you're dead. Which Scary Santa obviously isn't. And at this point, she remembers her husband has a gun, which she should have went for from the beginning. It would have nullified this situation already. But as she goes to grab the gun, guess what? Another jump scare. Scary Santa's alive and well, and he's climbing up the house, up to the little girl's room that just happens to be open. There's your Larry David moment. Next time, keep the windows closed on Christmas. But as her clumsy ass tries to open the door, she breaks the handle. Now she's stuck in here. But when she breaks the door down, she forgets to grab the gun. Man, this chick has zero survival skills. And her daughters know better. Her daughter's welcoming this bloody and toothless Santa Claus up to her room. Santa or not, if you're coming up to my room looking like that, I got no time for you. I don't give a fuck. Put my ass on the naughty list. And by the time the mom comes to rescue her daughter, guess who lets Santa into the house? And at this point, all this woman can do is just stand in place and scream. What happened to all this running, fighting, survival instincts? She literally just sits there and lets Santa kill her. And at this point, her life's fucking useless, so get it done, Santa. Do the world a favor. She doesn't even run. I'm just gonna sit here and scream while you bury an axe in my head. And right before Santa kills her, he even has the sense of mind to drop a one-liner. Naughty or nice. He's a fucking comedian now. But that's the catharsis. Her getting killed was the big payoff for this whole episode. It just took 30 minutes for it to happen. But I love this episode. It really shows you just how stupid and unprepared this chick was. She buries a poker into her husband's head and really has zero plan from there. And she got what she deserved. All this for the Vic monster, and I'm sure he never thought about her again. For good reason. This chick was as useless as tits on a boar. Even if she got what she wanted, she'd find a way to fuck it up. And that's why I love this episode, because it shows you just how stupid some people are, so it can make you feel better about yourself. But the moral of the story is, don't kill your husband. Don't be greedy. Get a divorce, you'll get half. That's good enough. But yeah, tell me what you think about this episode. Tell me some of your favorite scenes, your favorite quotes. Tell me your favorite Tales from the Crypt episode. And to the rest of you, I hope you have a good night. Be safe. Naughty or nice. And God bless.